They are prone to earthquakes and landslides means they experience more earthquakes and landslides. Some narrow valleys are found in this part. They are called dunes. Dehradun, for example, is situated in one such valley. Next, we have the northern plains. The northern plains lie south of the Himalayan foothills and stretch from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east, with hardly any variation in relief. Means this is a long plain area. There is no variation in the land. This plain is about 2400 km in length and 150 to 320 km in width. It is considered to be one of the world's most fertile and densely populated plains. They are longest, fertile and populated areas. The plain is formed by the deposition of alluvium from three river systems: the Satluj, tributary of the Indus River that mostly flow through Pakistan, Ganga, and its tributary, and the Brahmaputra. These plains are made up by three rivers: Satluj, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. The alluvium makes the northern plains extremely fertile, and these plains produce most of the country's food grains because there are large number of agriculture and crops. This plain extend into Pakistan in the west, where it is called the Indus Valley Plain, and they extend into Pakistan in the from the west side, and there they are calling Indus Valley Plains. The Satluj and its tributary, the Beas, flow across the western part of the plain through Punjab. Some of the most productive wheat and rice growing belts of India are found here. A big river and the parts of the river which are flowing are called tributary. Third, we have the Great Indian Desert. To the northwest of the Malwa Plateau lies the Thar Desert. Northwest of the Malwa Plateau, to the northwest direction of the Malwa Plateau, there is Thar Desert. The northern plains extended into desert region beyond the Aravalli range in the west and stretch further into the Pakistan. The plain extend into the desert, and after that they are stretching into the Pakistan, as we have read earlier. The land is generally dry and covered with the sandy soil. Hot dry winds blow here and the rainfall is scanty, very less rainfall. The sand is always being blown by the wind, creating sand dunes, which make changing their shape with the direction of wind, because winds are always blowing, so they are taking the sand with them and they are making the dunes, and they are changing the shape of the area. Luni is the only large river in this region which flow across the southern part of this desert for some part of the year. Luni is the only large river in this region. Lake Sambhar is an important salt water. This is a saltwater lake. The Indira Gandhi Canal carries water from the river Satluj to the other areas in the desert, and this water body carries the water from the river Satluj to the other areas in the desert. See the picture of the Great Indian Desert. Fourth, the peninsular plateau. We have discussed mountains, plains and desert. Now we have plateaus. They lie to the south of the northern plains. So northern south side of the northern plains we have plateaus. They are formed of very old and hard rocks. The plateaus has two different parts: the Malwa Plateau in the north and the Deccan Plateau in the south. Peninsular plateau is divided into two parts: Malwa Plateau in the north, Deccan Plateau in the south. Malwa Plateau is bounded by the Aravalli range in the northwest and the Vindhyas in the south. All rivers which rise in this plateau, namely Chamba, Betwa, Son and Damodar, join either the Ganga or Yamuna. These rivers are joining the Ganga or Yamuna.